Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys. I'm Jarrell.
And I am Josh, and today we have one of our final videos leading up to the mid-season premiere of The Walking Dead Season 9, and that is, unfortunately, death predictions.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, so due to us being comic book readers, and anyone who doesn't know as of yet, there's a big event that is coming in the show, which is the fair. Same thing in the comics, and has to deal with the Whisperers.
Let's give a spoiler warning.
Yeah.
So if you do not want to hear any future comic book storylines because you're not caught up in the comics yet, please shut this off, come back to it when you want. Or if you don't want to be spoiled on probably a pretty good...
something potentially happening in the show.
Yeah.
It's probably going to happen.
It's going to happen.
We believe
it's a major event, and it would give that shock and awe to the audience, and that's exactly what they want to do. So yes, come back. Last warning, spoiler alerts ahead.
All right.
Okay.
So what we are talking about is the fair. Alpha from the Whisperers goes in and infiltrates the fair, disguises herself as one of Rick's group. She lures 12 survivors out, kills them, cuts their heads off, and eventually puts their heads on pikes on their borderline to signify to Rick that you are not to cross our borders any longer. Here are your people, and their heads are cut off, so they do become zombies, and eventually our survivors find them and stab them in the head.
And that's what I was going to say. So visualize that. 12. Yes. Now, they're not all going to be major characters, but probably a good 3 characters are going to be some well-known characters. Imagine 3 of your characters' heads on spikes, or pikes, zombified.
Yes. From the comics, there were 5 Alexandrians, 6 Hilltop, and 1 from the Kingdom. So, we will tell you guys right now 3 of the characters that were killed.
Yeah, so these were the 3 most known characters in the comics at the time. So let's give the comic book deaths.
The comic book deaths.
Yeah.
So one of them was Luke. Luke, as you guys know, same thing in the show. He was part of Magnus Group. One was Rosita. Rosita was pregnant at the time as well.
With what was assumed to be Eugene's baby.
Which turned out to be Sadiq's.
Yeah.
And the other was our King Ezekiel. And in the comics, King Ezekiel was kind of having a relationship with Michonne. But those were the 3.
Now, the way they did that is King Ezekiel was the last reveal. He was on the last page of the comics. I think he was sprinkled in at the overall shot, and then they showed his close-up as the last one.
Yeah.
That's pretty big, guys. That's 2 fairly large,
huge
characters, in the show.
So I guess we'll kind of go community to community, kind of think of some people that could potentially either be dead by pikes or death.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, this doesn't mean. So my prediction is that the Alpha infiltrating the fair and the marking of the border and the heads on pikes is going to happen for the season finale. We are not going to see that until the season finale.
So let me ask you this, and I'll ask everyone else this. Do you think that they will do 12? Or do you think they will do less than that?
I think they will do 12. And might even be pretty badass to do more.
Because that's the thing. We do know of a lot of kind of B, C list characters that don't have a lot of screen time. They're part of the communities that are runners, guards, things like that. But then do they keep to the comic book adaptation and take a couple prominent characters? It's a scary time right now. We really don't know. So let's go kind of community to community. Sure. So Alexandria.
Who do we know from Alexandria? Well, other than our main characters. Right. Look, we know Eugene.
We
know Rosita.
No. Rosita.
Eugene's not going to die.
Eugene, no.
He's safe.
Rosita. I've kind of said this for a while. I think we've kind of mentioned it a while back. I can kind of see it. I can kind of see it.
I
really can.
I think Rosita is. I think they will follow the comic book storyline, and I think that opens up a future storyline between Father Gabriel and Eugene. In this adaptation of the show, I think Eugene is going to end up ultimately being the father, with Father Gabriel thinking that it was his.
Right. That could be interesting. Yeah. Laura, who's the ex-savior.
She is the one.
She's part of the council. Yep. She's on the tattoo. Yep. She's part of the. She's on the council. I could probably see Laura.
Her Alexandria then. Adopted Alexandria, or was that Hilltop?
The council.
She wasn't on the council, was she?
Yeah, she's on the council. That's at Alexandria, because that's where they brought Magna and everything. So,
yeah, Laura. I really would. I kind of like that character.
I do like the character. I like the actress too. I'd like to see. I'd like to. She's hot. I'd like to see more. I really would. I'd like to see more. What about DJ? DJ is another ex-savior. He's the guy, kind of big guy with the beard. He was on. He was with Michonne and Magna and them. Sure. I can kind of see him.
I see him as a D-lister that can. Yeah. No offense.
Yeah.
That is probably going to be one of them.
Yeah.
Look, they need characters on there that we're going to at least recognize.
Yeah.
And then the couple of main characters.
Right. Scott was one that I can't remember him from a lot of other things, but he's part of Alexandria. The one thing I remember was him coming to tell Michonne, hey, there's an issue going on at Rick's camp, and you got to get out there before Rick died. He's a big, tall, black guy. I know his face, so I can kind of see it. Yeah. There's not much there.
So also keep in mind, we're not calling out any big names, like the obvious names that are not going to be included, like Michonne, not going to die.
No, even though her contract's up, but
that's not going to
happen. No. Daryl, Carol, no, they just, Norma Reedus and Melissa McBride just signed 3-year deals. They're not going away.
Yep.
So,
so let's go on to
the Hilltop.
Yep.
Tara.
I
hear Tara. I hear Tara. I'm not sure which one's right, but yeah, either way.
So if you would have, if this conversation would have been before Jesus' death, I would have completely said, yes, Tara's included. She is definitely going to be die in season 9.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not so sure.
It's true. I kind of agree with you there.
I mean, I was fully on board.
I
was fully on board with it.
If it is, it's going to be a shock moment, guaranteed.
Yeah.
For Tara. So, and what about Alden?
I think Alden is.
Yeah, because, I remember before we kind of talked about that Alden could have, before Maggie left, could have been the Dante character from the comics. Mm-hmm. So Dante and
but
Maggie.
You're missing one person on this list, too, and it has to do with Alden.
Who?
Enid.
Exactly. He's with Enid.
Could Enid?
Enid? No. 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 But I mean, yes. I mean, we haven't seen too much of her character, but I don't think
we've learned from Carl dying that anyone can.
Exactly, that's true. But I
except for Michonne, Daryl, and Carol,
I could see Alden leaving now.
I can't see Enid, but I could see Alden. Actually,
yeah,
absolutely,
I could see Alden. What about Cal? He's the Hilltop Guard. We've Asian guy. We've seen him. His comic book character, actually, he's lived longer than his comic book character. His comic book character died in All Out War. I can kind of see it.
I could see that.
Now Tammy Rose Sutton. So as you guys know, Tammy Rose Sutton, Earl Sutton. In the comics, Tammy Rose was actually one on the Pike. She was killed by Alpha. So this is one of my major ones. I actually think she will.
I think so too.
Because that will help Earl continue on, make weapons, and help teach Henry and do all the things. I really think comic book wise, Tammy, yes. That's number.
I do too, guaranteed. Simply because she's been getting a lot of screen time.
She has been getting a lot of screen time.
And if you notice in the trailer, they really focused on her standing at the graves.
And the pictures and stuff.
Yeah. During Jesus' funeral. So they're trying to get the viewers' eyes on her so that they'll recognize her when she is at that moment. So yes, guaranteed. I believe she will.
Stamp of approval, she will be there. I don't know why I'm smiling about that. It's going to be sad. Like,
it is sad. we're laughing and smiling about death predictions.
It's just it's seeing the comic come to life, I guess. Yeah. And then I know there's other B and C characters from the Hilltop. I don't know their names. I know maybe some of their faces, but there's others there, but I don't know them.
Yeah, I don't know who. Again, we haven't focused on too many of them, so I don't think that we're going to get that. Sorry, I don't think that we're going to get any other one else. But let's save this one for last. This group, and let's move to that one.
So Oceanside, ladies and gentlemen. From the promos, we've seen the Oceanside banner. We've possibly seen maybe Beatrice in a shot. It was at night. Couldn't really tell who it was. But there's not much really left for Oceanside.
No.
I don't know how many of them are left.
I don't either.
Beatrice and Cindy.
But those two, I don't know about Beatrice. I don't think that she, maybe, but
Sydney?
Sydney, yeah.
So I've heard the actress is actually she's actually going to be going on a new show. So I'm not sure how much more we're going to see her in 9B. So possibly they could have her maybe in a couple scenes and then head on Pike. That's not funny, but Oceanside, yeah, I could see anyone from the Oceanside.
I could see it because, in a way, her character,
not much there anymore. She got her vengeance. She got her revenge.
Some people could be not too happy about that vengeance either.
True, very true. I get it.
But because you could make the argument that it possibly caused Rick to inevitably get to the point where he was at. It caused the rift between the communities.
It caused possibly the death of Rick because of what?
Assumed death, right?
Yeah. Assumed death of what? Because they were starting to pick off the saviors one by one. So they kind of started it in a sense. So,
but yes, I do believe that she is as well.
Yeah. So, the Kingdom. We'll go with the other two characters first before we get to the main one. So, Diane.
Diane is Jerry's love interest, right?
No, Diane is the one savior woman who is always with them.
The arrow.
The arrow.
Yeah, the bow.
The bow, yeah. Diane,
yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen her, I wouldn't say a lot, but she's been there. Yep. You know, she's been there. I could possibly see it.
I see
it's
it.
a face from the Kingdom.
I do.
We know.
I do. I see it.
It better not be Jerry's love interest. I will freak out if it's her. Or even Jerry.
So that's the next on our list. Will it be Jerry? I do not think so. I think that actor he's lovable and has added that kind of comedic relief there a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I don't think Jerry's going to go. The problem with Jerry not going is if the next one does, what does that do to Jerry? What does that do to
a lot of people? So Ezekiel.
Yep.
Think about Carol.
I mean, how could you do that to Carol?
The actor, Kari Payton, is amazing. I know Carol, she's gone through so much.
Just from a character standpoint,
for her to see that,
so damn bad for Carol to have to go through all that. Like after everything she's been through, the life before the apocalypse, adjusting to the apocalypse, her husband, her daughter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everyone else that's been around her. But in the end, yes. I'm going to say yes.
You think so?
Yep.
Just due to comic book?
Yep. They have tend to give major deaths their comic book adaptation.
Yeah, it's true. And that's why this is so scary. Did I leave one off? Did we leave Luke?
No, we talked about Luke.
We did?
Yep.
Were we sure?
Yep.
Okay. If we forgot Luke, I don't know.
Yeah, because you said you don't think. Well,
I don't think we did.
We didn't talk about Luke. Sorry.
So Luke, the actor is a very prominent actor. He's been in. I think he was in the one Harry Potter Amazing Beasts thing or whatever. He's been in a lot of other stuff. Does he get his comic book death? I don't know. Do they want to keep the character and the actor around because he's a knowable face? Possibly. My instinct was yes, he will get his comic book death.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But now I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Maybe because I think that they need to. I think that
another loss for Magna.
Magna's group is new. They're fresh. They're in our minds. They're part of this season, and to see one of them go, it fits.
What about Connie or Kelly?
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. If they did, if it was, I would probably say Kelly.
Is that the deaf one?
No, that's Connie.
Well, then you have no one to translate.
Well,
so it's got to be Connie.
They know how to communicate with her.
Is that wrong of me?
No, I mean they know that's probably the first thing.
I'm not saying
that's probably the first thing people would say. But I think Magna and Yumiko, they know how to communicate with her. Even Luke, they know how to.
That's true because they were all sign
they know sign language. Yeah. But yeah, guys. I mean, honestly, I don't know.
Let's step away from the 12 death major event of the heads at the season finale and just talk about the season overall. I think that we're going to see a lot of Whisperers dead.
Yeah, we are.
And we may even see some D-list, C-list characters from the communities die at the hands of Alpha prior to, the season finale. Simply, like, we've seen shots of Alpha having those prisoners when walking up to the gates of Hilltop.
I don't think we saw them walking up. I know we saw them in the
woods.
The teaser shot where she's put, we hear her voice, "I am Alpha." And from our one video, I pointed out some people who looked like prisoners. They had no masks on, so those could be people from the community that she captured, holding hostage. And then does she kill them? Who knows? And some of those people I don't recognize. So there's other things like, we don't recognize you. Not to say you're Gonzo, but it's. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I don't know how much, if people are going to die prior to the possible fair incident.
What about Jesus?
Like, who's going to put him down?
No, I'm joking. He gone.
Well, he's
dead, dude.
He's dead, but he's going to turn.
That is going to be Aaron.
He's going to turn.
That's going to be Aaron.
Yeah. Because I think somebody said they thought they saw him stab in the trailer, but I was like, I can't see it. It's too dark. It doesn't look like it. But yeah, I really can't say who would die prior to the fair incident, unless it is some low-level people that Alpha has taken. Now, here's a scary thing. In that teaser where we saw Beta holding that dude up against a tree, I've heard that is Henry.
I think that is Henry. I was telling you that it looked like Henry from the beginning, and then I kind of flip-flopped because it didn't really make sense because Henry's in that cell, and from our predictions, Henry is going to talk to Lydia, and Henry is going to take Carl's comic book, storylines.
But from our pictures, Henry has gotten out of jail in like episode 11 or whatever, and then I saw an article that said Beta introduces himself to Henry, and if they show the picture of him holding him on the tree, that's Henry. Does Henry die? Would they replace Henry's head on a pike instead of Ezekiel? Ooh. So Carol will go through at least one pain of losing someone. Would it be Henry or Ezekiel? Which one would you rather have?
That's a good one. That is, I'd rather have Henry.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's really interesting. I never thought of that. But yeah, I don't think there's too much more, honestly. I think that we're going to get a lot of side deaths, like I was saying, from Alpha killing innocent people and from our group killing Whisperers. And then eventually in the end, we're going to get our major death.
Yeah. So let us know your thoughts. Death predictions. Who might you think would be heads on pikes? Do you think there's going to be 12? Do you think they'll do less? Do you think 12 would just be too much for viewers? Or I think even 5, depending on who they would be. We see more.
You imagine? Well, I mean, think about it. Like in the comic book, they're marking out their territory and they're making a border. A border's not going to be just like
12,
50 foot.
That's true. But I don't know. I don't know what they can do. They can do anything, as we know. Yep. But we're excited for this Sunday. Yeah, let us know your thoughts, guys. Stay tuned for our final thoughts for the mid-season premiere. Yeah. And we're pumped.
We're 3 days away. I can't wait.
3 days away.
Yeah. And should we announce our video?
Yeah, guys. So, a number of you have asked plenty of times if we are going to ever be doing kind of episode reactions. Now, it can be hard for us due to schedules. It's on the weekends and stuff like that. But we are going to be doing a reaction video for the mid-season premiere that will post on Monday. So stay tuned for that. We're excited to show you our live reaction of watching the episode.
Yeah, we're so pumped, guys, and we can't wait. And so we want you to see our first reaction to it.
Yeah, so stay tuned, guys, for a couple more videos for The Walking Dead leading up to the mid-season premiere. Make sure you feel free to subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, follow us on social media at NocBro Nation. I am Jarrell.
And I'm Josh.
We're NocBro Nation.
We're out.